I want to talk about something that has benefited me in terms of my journey to 7 figures. And I believe that this is a clear advantage that I've had. And it's not something technical. It's not something practical. So relax, enjoy this video. I'll give you some insights into what I'm working on now, where my mind is at. I will not go over all the examples of history of when someone has achieved something that people said were impossible. When the first person invented fire, I'm sure that the people around him were very skeptical that it would ever be done. Just imagine what that person were doing, sitting and hitting rocks, and then all of a sudden he goes back and he tells his friends, hey, I made this warm thing that lights, and they were like, oh well, this guy has taken some of that mushroom again. So okay, so what is it that I'm talking about? What I'm talking about is our ability to have a bigger vision, to think big. So for example, if I take a look at my own publishing business, when I look at the start of my brand, I see, okay, I had a bigger vision. I saw something that did not exist, and I imagined how this thing would come into being. And I even imagined, as I was looking at the author page on Amazon, I imagined having a series of books. And I imagined, of course, this solution will be appreciated because I would appreciate it. So, especially if you're able to combine something that you're a bit passionate about or you have experience in, and it's ideally profitable. The thing that I went into, it wasn't that profitable. It was more so that I had the stamina, I had the belief, and I had the bigger vision. That is what made it profitable for me. So I believe that I'm a little bit of an anomaly in that regard. And I think that most publishers, if you look at the top of the top publishers, they usually make their money in niches that are in very high demand. So that is one strategy, but I lean towards building a brand and building something that you're passionate about so you can make a difference. And I believe that that is something that we ideally want to keep in mind, because we are spending our life working on this. And why not spend it in a way where the work itself is the reward? So I think that is the ideal place to be. And I will now transition into what I'm experiencing right now. And even if no one ends up watching this far into the video, at least I will have documented it for myself, because what I'm going through now is something I've never been through in my entire life. I have the feeling that I had before I started self-publishing. I can see that what I'm working on now, it will work. I have 100% conviction. And I'm seeing how this thing that I'm working on can make a huge difference in people's life. Because not only, let's say I'm able to help someone with self-publishing and I'm able to take them to, I don't know, let's say 6 figures if they're making less than 6 figures, or someone even 7 figures. And let's say I'm also able to help them work on something that they might have an interest in and are passionate about, then that's a double win. And the ripple effect of that is that they will be more happy in their life, they will be more inspired in their life, they will be more inspired when they show up for their kids, and their kids will have a different upbringing, and their kids will treat their friends differently, and it will create this compounding effect of greatness. So say what you want about Will Smith. I remember when I was 16 years old, I used to watch these videos called My Come Up. I don't know if that channel is around, but he said that I want the world to be better because I was here. And that saying got stuck in my mind. So if we can do something that can make an impact in someone else's life, then I believe that we are living a life well spent. So I will describe what I am going through currently. So it's a Sunday as I'm recording this video. I know I should be resting on a Sunday, but I wake up at 4 every morning right now. I start working and I do this project. Today I did it for 7 hours straight. I do take a coffee. I do make coffee, but other than that, it's focus time that I'm spending. And as I'm working, it does require effort from me, but it doesn't feel like work. It's non-comparable to, for example, when I was working in a fish factory and I was making boxes for 12 hours a day. It's nothing compared to that. I want to work. I see everything else when I'm not doing this particular thing. I feel frustrated in a way. So even working on my own publishing business, going through different things, I have probably been a little bit too hard on my team because I just want them to be able to run it without me while I'm putting my focus on this. But of course, I need to be there for them as well. So I do realize that. But I think that if you can look at that feeling, that when you are doing anything else besides this thing, it's like you just want to get back to this thing that you're working on. I believe that when you are in that position, then you have found your purpose. And that's what I believe I've done, because maybe this will not be my purpose forever, but from where I am right now, I am 100% living my purpose. These last couple of years, it's been quite strange because I felt that even though I've been making good money, I felt that I'm not in 100% the right place. So I started a gym, for example, because I wanted to help people. I didn't just want to be in front of the computer all day. And even though I'm passionate about the brand, I felt that I have more to give. And I felt that I couldn't leverage my knowledge enough. I couldn't be more useful. And that's why I'm making these videos and working on the project that I'm working on, because if I'm able to transfer my knowledge, then other people, other publishers will be able to use my knowledge, and they will be able to provide a lot more value. And by them providing a lot more value through what I'm teaching, it's like I'm being more useful than if I'm simply working on my own publishing business. I know this is complex. I should draw this out on a whiteboard or paper ideally, but it is quite simple that my knowledge is more scalable, and what I've learned is a better use if I'm able to teach other people to do what I'm doing. Yes, I will still keep publishing. I will continue to work on that, but I believe that that is the point where I'm at right now. And it does fire me up thinking about one day shaking someone's hand and them looking in my eyes and saying, "Hey, Peter, you really helped me through your videos," or whatever it is, and you've made a difference. And I think that that is ultimately when we find the most satisfaction with what we're doing, is when we're able to make a positive difference, not just for ourselves, but also for the world and people around us. So see if you can expand your thinking, see if you can have a bigger vision. One book that I highly recommend is The Magic of Thinking Big. I've listened to it at least 2 times, and it's great in my opinion. So think big, have a bigger vision for what you're doing, and look for opportunities for aligning what you're doing, what you're publishing in, for example, with your passion. And if you're making less than $1,000 a month, maybe that's not possible. Depending on your situation, at some point, yes, maybe the purpose is just to make enough money to make a living so you can quit your job, for example. That is a great purpose to have, by the way. So, but at a certain point, I believe that we can think bigger. So we take it step by step. And I want to plant this seed in your mind to look for opportunities to align with your passion and think bigger. And that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, hit the like button and comment your thoughts down below. Was there anything that I said that resonated with you? Take care. Wish you the best of luck. See you in the next video.